Hi, my name is Mahvash Kajabi Harvey. I am the author of Daylight Forever, a memoir. It's obviously my memoir, my personal story of my growing up in Tehran, Iran, during the revolution of 1979 and the war between Iran and Iraq. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about the part about my escaping from Iran. My family are members of the Baha'i faith, and the Baha'is were persecuted in Iran, and after the revolution they lost all of their legal rights, including being able to leave the country legally. In order to leave the country, I had to actually escape with the smugglers. I was 15 years old, and I had finally convinced my parents that I could not leave anymore with the war and the bombing and the persecution, and they were going to allow me to escape Iran with the smugglers to Pakistan to seek asylum with the United Nations. And so I'm just going to give you a little flavor of that part of the escape from Iran. This is May 1988. Find something to hold on to, the smuggler says, before pinning us under a tarp in the trunk bed. Us, two families with young children, a 19-year-old man and me, 15 years old, on my own. We sit hunched around gasoline cans and water cans, sealed off from all light. I clutch the tiny gold butterfly pendant around my neck, a gift from my mother, and whisper the prayer my father loved. Is there any remover of difficulty save God? That old familiar cold sweat runs down my spine, and I scream, the silent scream that dies in my throat. The engine revs, and there is no turning back. The truck lurches forward. Something to hold on to, he said. I release the necklace and grab for something, but there is nothing except other bodies bouncing and slamming against the hot metal. We ride for hours like this, and in the darkness I lose all sense of time and nearly my mind. Every bump bruises, and I curse my long neck and skinny body. I go over the smuggler's last words before pinning us down. We might never see him again. There might be multiple drivers. The truck might stop suddenly, but we must stay put. Stay silent. Eventually, someone will return for you. The Pakistan border is just 370 miles away. But it could take us a week or two before arriving. Because we have to weave back and forth through Afghanistan multiple times. If we are caught, we will all go to prison. And perhaps worse. I remember the way he looked me up and down slowly and said, "You are very young and very pretty." A shiver snakes through my body despite the heat. It is worth it. It is worth it. I tell myself over and over again. I have made my choice. I begged for this moment. This is the moment I have been longing for. To stay in Iran was not a choice, but a submission. To live at the mercy of sirens and bombs. A surrender to live in fear and darkness. The truck turns sharply and something hard jabs my ribs. I wish of all things for a cushion. When I was younger, I wished on every star for my own spaceship, lying on my thin mattress on the floor at bedtime. my heart would race, and I would break out in a cold sweat. I could not sleep, and if I did, I would wake up screaming from the nightmares of bombing. If I could just get a spaceship, then I would not have to be afraid. Every night I could climb inside and travel to the other side of the world, to the side where the sun was shining bright and warm, and I would not come back until the sun was rising in Iran again. All I wished for then, and all I really wish for now, is to live in the daylight forever. In the dark of the truck, I am as close to a spaceship as I will ever get. This is my chance at freedom, at light. I am leaving my war-torn city and escaping certain death. My father's words resonate in my mind. Does this mean that I am outrunning my destiny or running right into it? Thank you for watching.